4 real horror stories caught on camera that will ruin your sleep.
Story 1. The Haunting of the Elevator. The true story of Elisa Lam. She checked in alone, a 21-year-old student from Canada, traveling the West Coast by herself. Her name was Elisa Lam. Bright, adventurous, she documented every moment of her trip online. Tumblr posts, selfies, journal entries. But in January of 2013, she arrived at one place that would change everything. A place that would bury her name into internet legend and leave behind one of the most disturbing videos ever recorded. She was staying at the Cecil Hotel, a decaying building in downtown Los Angeles, once beautiful, now infamous. The kind of place where nightmares don't hide, they live in the walls. From the moment Elisa checked in, things felt off. She originally booked a shared room with other travelers, but after 2 days, the hotel staff moved her to a private room. Why? Because the other guests complained. They said Elisa was acting strange, paranoid, talking to herself. She would leave notes on their beds that read things like, "Go away, leave me alone, they're watching." No one knew what she meant, and then she disappeared. On February 1st, 2013, Elisa Lam was supposed to check out. She didn't. She stopped posting online. She didn't call her family. She never picked up her bus ticket. Hotel staff searched her room. Nothing. Her things were still there. But she was gone. No witnesses, no exit footage, no answers, until the police released one piece of surveillance footage. And that's when everything spiraled into horror. This video is real. It was recorded by a security camera on the hotel's 14th floor. In it, Elisa walks into the elevator and quickly presses multiple buttons. Her posture is stiff. Her head jerks. She peeks out of the elevator like someone is following her, but no one's there. Then she steps outside, stands still, returns, hides in the corner. She moves her hands in strange, slow, circular motions, like she's speaking to something we can't see. The elevator doors don't close. She steps out again and vanishes. That was the last time Elisa Lam was seen alive. For days, people searched the hotel. Police dogs couldn't find her. There were no alerts, no footage of her leaving, until hotel guests began complaining about the water. The pressure was low. The color was brown, and the taste strange. So hotel staff climbed to the roof to check the water tanks, and that's when they found her. Elisa Lam's body was floating face up inside one of the sealed water tanks, naked. Her clothes were found at the bottom. Her phone was gone. The lid was heavy. It was closed when they found her. There was no ladder, no way to access the tank without special tools or keys. So how did she get in? How did she close the lid behind her? How did no one hear a thing? Her autopsy ruled it an accidental drowning triggered by a bipolar episode. No drugs were found in her system, no alcohol, no trauma, just water. But the internet didn't buy it. Thousands of theories exploded. Some say she was running from someone. Others believe she was playing the elevator game. A dark urban legend where you ride an elevator in a specific way to enter another world. And many believe the hotel itself is cursed. The Cecil Hotel has a history soaked in death. It was once home to serial killers like Richard Ramirez, known as the Night Stalker, a man who tortured, raped, and murdered across Los Angeles. He stayed on the 14th floor, the same floor where Elisa was last seen. Another serial killer, Jack Unterweger, also stayed there. He strangled prostitutes with their own bras. He lived in the hotel while posing as a journalist writing about crime, and over 16 people have died inside the Cecil since it opened. Jumps, overdoses, murders. The walls have stories, and they echo. After Elisa's death, the hotel drained the water tank and shut down public access to the rooftop. But people still ask, how did she get in there? Why didn't the elevator doors close? Who or what was she speaking to? Elisa's story isn't just tragic, it's terrifying, because even today, no one truly understands what happened. Some things don't need monsters or ghosts. Sometimes the most chilling thing is a camera showing a girl who doesn't realize she's already gone. She was just passing through. But the hotel never let her leave.
What happened to Elisa Lam? No one truly knows.
Story 2. Hi, Walter. I got a new girlfriend today. He smiles into the camera. There's no background music, no jump cuts, just a man standing in a hallway, talking like you know him. Hi, Walter, he says, softly. I got a new girlfriend today. He smiles, but it's wrong. The kind of smile people fake for photos or funerals. Like he doesn't feel anything behind it. Then, without warning, he walks away, and the camera follows. There's no context, no edits, just raw handheld footage. And what he shows next still haunts the internet today. In 2009, this video was uploaded to YouTube with the title, Hi Walter, I got a new girlfriend today. It didn't go viral. It didn't trend. It just existed. And for years, nobody thought anything of it, until someone looked closer. Let's break it down. The video is just 44 seconds long. The man filming looks to be in his 30s. He has short hair, sunken eyes, and that off-putting, forced energy. Like he's trying to act normal, but doesn't know how. He talks directly to someone named Walter. No one knows who Walter is. He could be a friend, a brother, a hallucination, or a part of himself he talks to when he's alone. Then he says, "We're gonna go check her out. She's in the closet right now." He walks through a narrow hallway, old carpet, yellow lighting, walls too quiet. Then he points the camera into a room, and that's when everything changes. You see a girl. She's in the corner, sitting on the floor. She's shaking, crying. You only see her for about 2 seconds, but her terror is real. She doesn't look at the camera. She doesn't scream. She doesn't move like she thinks someone will save her. She looks like someone who's been crying for days and knows no one is coming. Then the video ends, just like that. No credits, no follow-up. No one ever heard from the account again. At first, people thought it was a weird skit, an attempt at a low-budget horror video, but years later, it was tied to something darker. Around 2016, online forums began connecting the video to a real missing person case, a girl named Kayla Berg. She had vanished in 2009, the same year the video was uploaded. And the girl in the footage, she looked just like her. Same facial shape, same body type, same age, even the sobbing voice matched. Kayla was 15 when she went missing. She told her brother she was going to hang out with a friend. She never came back. For years, her family begged for answers. They put up posters, did interviews, held candlelight vigils, nothing. Until someone sent them a link to that video. When Kayla's mother watched it, she gasped. She said the girl in the corner looked exactly like her daughter. She contacted the police immediately. They opened an investigation, the FBI got involved. People started sharing the clip across YouTube, Reddit, everywhere. For a while, it felt like something was finally going to be uncovered. But then, silence. The original video was removed. The YouTube account was deleted, and the man in the video, whoever he was, never came forward. Later, it was claimed the video was staged by an amateur actor, that the girl was just pretending, that it was just a weird art project. But here's what doesn't sit right. No full version was ever uploaded. No behind-the-scenes footage ever surfaced. And the actor playing the man never proved his identity publicly. Even today, some people believe the FBI was forced to shut the investigation down quietly. Why? Because they were too late, or because it was never meant to be solved. People still debate it, but here's what we do know. The body of Kayla Berg was never found. Her case is still unsolved. And the High Walter video? It still gets re-uploaded. Still spreads in pieces across the internet. Some say if you download the original version, it corrupts your file system, adds hidden time codes, or random whispers in the audio that weren't there before. People say if you watch it at exactly 3:17 a.m., the girl's expression changes. For one frame, she looks right at you and smiles. The video was deleted within 24 hours, but the girl was never found, and the man never spoke again. Hi, Walter. I got a new girlfriend today.
Hi, Walter. I was at the mall today, and guess what happened? I met the most wonderful girl. We went shopping at JCPenney's, and she tried on a lot of clothes. And she ended up buying a whole lot of them, you know what I mean? And then we decided to go and take a look at some of the jewelry at K Jewelers, and she picked out this most awesome necklace, the most amazing necklace I've ever seen. And I know she wanted me to buy it for her because she kept on looking at me and kept on giving me that look, you know the look. And then we got kind of tired of the mall, and I brought her back to my place. And I know she hates cameras, Walter, but I'm gonna show you her anyways. You ready?
Why are you doing this? No!
The video is real, but the truth behind it may never be known.
Story 3. The Girl in Chains. A true horror they tried to bury. Louisville, Kentucky, August 16th, 2022. A cloudy morning. Quiet. Nothing unusual. But down a forgotten street in the south end of the city. Inside a rotting yellow house with blacked-out windows, a girl was crawling out of hell. She had been missing for over 2 months. Her family had searched. Flyers, Facebook posts, dead ends. They feared the worst. And they were right. Because while the world kept moving, she had been trapped. Inside a dark, filthy room, chained by the neck. Fed scraps, beaten, raped, left to rot like an animal. He told her she was his now. That no one was looking. That the world had forgotten her. And for 59 days, she believed him. Until the chain broke. That morning, barefoot and bleeding, she ran into the street. Clothes torn, a metal collar still around her throat. Bruised, shaking, dragging a broken chain across the pavement like something from a nightmare. Neighbors thought she was a hallucination. Then they saw her eyes. Please help me. He kept me in chains. Please don't let him get me again. They called the police. But it was already too late for their peace of mind, because what they found in that house was pure horror. The suspect's name was Sean Michael Hensley, 50 years old, registered sex offender, living alone in a house that smelled of mildew and old sweat. The police entered. No warrant needed. The girl gave them permission. What they saw inside has been described as inhuman. The floor was sticky, trash bags everywhere, no working lights, no furniture, just a mattress soaked in what looked like blood and vomit. And in the back room, a metal collar bolted to the floor. This was her room. For nearly 60 days, she'd been kept chained like a dog, naked, starving, assaulted repeatedly. There were blunt objects in the corner, used for threats, used for punishment. The windows were boarded. The door was locked from the outside. The walls were covered in scratches, like someone had tried to claw their way out. She'd been there so long, she stopped screaming. She told the police. He said no one cared. He said this was my life now. He said I was better off in chains. This wasn't some underground dungeon. This wasn't in another country. This wasn't fiction. It was a regular house in a regular neighborhood. No one heard a thing. Neighbors gave interviews. One man said, "We had no idea. He waved to me last week." Another added, "We thought the house was empty." But that house wasn't empty. It was a prison hiding in plain sight. She had met him online. He promised her a place to stay, a safe place. Instead, he locked the door behind her and told her, "You belong to me now." He removed her phone, cut off contact, and turned her life into a slow-motion nightmare. No lights, no clocks, no voice except his. For weeks, she forgot what day it was, forgot her own reflection, forgot what it felt like to be seen. She started to believe she was dead, but still breathing. And the only thing that saved her? A rusted metal chain that snapped while he was out of the house. That's it. No hero, no miracle. Just a piece of steel, finally too old to hold her back. She ran for her life, and she lived. Hensley was arrested. He didn't resist. He acted like he hadn't done anything wrong. He told police, "She wanted to be here. She liked it. We had an understanding." But the room told the truth, and the girl, what was left of her, confirmed it. She had broken ribs, bruises in various stages of healing, scars from repeated restraint, and eyes that looked like they hadn't seen sunlight in weeks. She was alive, but barely. The news covered it, briefly, a few headlines, a shocked anchor. Then the story vanished, like most uncomfortable truths. But the house is still there. The floor is still stained. The neighbors still drive past. And the girl, she still wakes up at night, gasping, hears metal conking in her dreams, flinches when the wind slams a door. She escaped the room, but part of her never left. She told them no one would ever find her, but she was wrong. And now the world knows what was hidden inside that house.
Officers finding a woman chained to the floor. Police frantically using a hatchet they found nearby to break the chain so they could free her. Louisville Metro Police Department saying neighbors called 911 after hearing a woman screaming from the second. Find the suspect as 36-year-old Moses Sell, who now faces kidnapping, endangerment, and domestic violence charges. We have not been able to reach his lawyer for comment.
She escaped that house, but part of her will always be chained inside.
Story 4. The pet that ate her face. The Travis the Chimp attack. She fed him steak. He drank wine from a glass. He watched TV, brushed his teeth, logged onto the computer. They took baths together. He wore clothes. He slept in her bed. He wasn't a man. He wasn't a child. He was a chimpanzee. And one day, he snapped. His name was Travis. He wasn't just any chimp. He was a celebrity. He did commercials, photo ops, local TV appearances. He rode motorcycles, wore hats, and waved to the crowd. He was charming, funny, obedient, until he wasn't. Sandra Harold raised Travis like a son. For over 14 years, she fed him human food, treated him like family, told friends he was just like a person, smarter even. He had his own bedroom, his own toothbrush, his own remote. But there's one thing Sandra forgot. He was still an animal. And on February 16th, 2009, that animal woke up. That morning, Travis stole Sandra's car keys and ran outside. She panicked, not because he escaped, but because she knew if anyone saw him, they'd call the police. And if the police came, they'd shoot him. So she did the one thing she thought would calm him down. She called her best friend, Charla Nash, to help. Charla had met Travis many times. She wasn't afraid of him. She loved animals, but what she didn't know was that Travis wasn't Travis anymore. When Charla arrived, he saw her, and he attacked. He wasn't curious. He wasn't playful. He was violent, and he went for her face. He bit her lips off, ripped her eyelids away, tore her nose from her skull, crushed her jaw, mauled her hands. Sandra screamed, tried to stop him, hit him with a shovel, stabbed him with a butcher knife. Nothing worked. Travis was 200 pounds of pure muscle, stronger than 5 grown men, and he was in a frenzy. Charla didn't scream. She couldn't. Her mouth was gone. Sandra ran inside, covered in blood. She picked up the phone and dialed 911. The 911 operator thought it was a prank at first. It didn't sound real. Then Sandra shrieked, "He's tearing her apart. He's killing my friend. Send the police with a gun." When officers arrived, Travis was waiting. He opened the driver's side door of their patrol car, bloody, covered in flesh, growling. One officer opened fire, 7 rounds to the chest. Travis staggered back, bleeding, dying. He walked back into the house, down the hall, into his room, where he bled out and died beside his bed. But the damage was done. Charla Nash wasn't expected to survive. Doctors said she had no face, no eyes, no nose, no hands. She was completely unrecognizable. The surgeons called it something not meant for life. They gave her a full face transplant. But the images before that surgery, they're too graphic to show. Even most news networks blurred them. And what's worse is that the 911 call is real. You can hear it. You can hear Sandra screaming for help while Travis destroys her friend. Not with a gun, not with tools, but with his bare hands, with teeth and fury. People asked, why? Why did Travis snap? Was it the Xanax in his system? Was it jealousy? Was it the years of pretending he was human when deep down he never was? We'll never know, but here's what we do know. Travis wasn't evil. He wasn't a monster. He was a wild animal, raised in a human house, given a name, a job, a bed, but not a choice. Charla Nash lived, but she'll never see again, never feel her real skin again, never go outside without a veil. She told reporters, "I remember him attacking me. I remember knowing I was going to die. I don't remember my face." The video of Sandra's 911 call is still online. The photos of Travis are still in old commercials, and the story still haunts the town where it happened. Sandra died years later from a stroke. Some say it was grief, some say it was guilt. The chimp was buried, the house sold, the blood washed away. But Charla still wakes up with no face. She wasn't a stranger, she was his friend. She gave him treats, she visited often, and in less than 10 minutes, he destroyed her life. It's not a ghost story, it's not a demon. It's a reminder, you can never tame nature. You can dress it up, feed it human food, give it a name, but deep inside, it waits. And one day, it wakes up. He was my friend. He loved TV and ice cream. Then he tore her face off.
The chimp killed my friend!
What's the problem with your friend?
Oh, please!
What's the problem with your friend? I need to know.
The police have with a gun! With a gun! Hurry
Who
up!
has a gun?
Please, hurry up! He's killing my girlfriend!
What is the problem?
He's killing my friend!
Who's killing your friend?
My chimpanzee!
Oh, your chimpanzee is killing your friend.
He ripped her apart! Hurry up!
With a gun.
Hurry up, please!
There's someone on the way.
With guns, please! Shoot him!
What is the monkey doing? Tell me what the monkey's...
He ripped her face off!
He's ripped her face off?
He's trying to attack me! Please, please!
Okay.
She trusted him like a friend, and in less than 10 minutes, he erased her face.